All right, let's do this. 1 year of learning game development in 6 minutes.
1 year learning game development with no prior.
I want to see how far this goes.
I spent almost 1 year learning.
Oh,
game
almost 1 year.
development
Wow,
with
lied to
no
me off the
prior
start.
Experience, and here is the entire progress in 6 minutes.
Why are they using my font? Anybody else notice that? That's my font. I don't appreciate
Here I should
that.
tell you a story about how I always wanted to make games, and I always loved to bring stories to life. But it's not like that. I was just very bored or very drunk when I came across a random video about Unity on YouTube, and I thought, hey, that could kill some time.
Hey, that's pretty good.
The first time I opened up Unity, I was overwhelmed. I didn't know
There's
a single
so
thing about
much
making
shit to
games,
do.
So I went where
It's like
all
Blender.
lost souls go. Bracky's YouTube channel. Copying some code line to line from a black square with a flashlight that can destroy these enemies when they collide. And oh boy, was I hooked? No, I was like, okay, this sucks. I just rewrite stuff, and there are way too many things I would need to learn if I wanted to make games, and none of this makes sense to me, so bye. After several months, my friend who is a programmer and I were playing Among Us, and we thought we should make a hide-and-seek standalone multiplayer game similar to it. A great choice for the first game.
I miss Among Us.
Game assets and he did the code, but I think we weren't too invested in the project after the first day because we didn't really make much. You could join a lobby, get a cute animal or a killer, hide in bushes and stuff.
That's still
had some animations, but that's it.
That's still so much progress.
Game development for the second time. In late May, I was very bored or very drunk and decided I want to start a YouTube channel.
Turn the video audio up. I mean, it's already peaking a little bit, but I got you.
Should be about. That's right, making video games. So I started working on 2D hack and slash sort of game. Again, I watched a lot of tutorials, but this time I tried to actually understand how it works and why it works the way it does.
I don't think I have the
remember going to
patience.
bed and watching some guy writing code for God knows what till like 4 a.m.
I like
remember
that
when
though.
I coded my first enemy behavior without following any tutorials. I was like, wow, I really learned something, didn't I? Take that, teachers that said I'm not capable of learning. I chose pixel art and a simple color palette because I knew if it takes too much work, I may quit again. The fact that I had a
Keeping it simple and black and white is
game,
actually smart.
which was making a video about it,
Yeah.
helped me tremendously.
Because it's kind of like
Wave spawn,
Hollow
different
Knight.
enemies with their own unique animations and attacks, and the player felt pretty snappy. As the first game, I rated
He has the ranking
6 out of
system.
10.
Yeah, SS.
With new confidence in my skills, I thought I should make something harder and more unique for my second game, which led me to make my worst game to this day, my voice-controlled game.
Your worst game?
Using tile palette, I painted entire level.
What makes it worse?
Oh!
The game feels extremely responsive.
got smacked
the story
by Will
is poorly
Smith.
thought out and insensitive, and the gameplay is just not fun, nor is it unique.
I wouldn't play
pixel
it.
art got better, the game had actual colors in it. The code, though, was a complete mess. Everything was entangled together. I was using singleton pattern everywhere because I thought it's so handy to reach anything from anywhere. I was wrong, and now I hate singletons. As a second game, 1 out of 10. Okay, it had cool walk animation, 1.5 out of 10. I had 2 games running on PC and decided to try making a mobile game next. After several failed prototypes, I came up with an idea for the tower building platformer type of game.
That's
I wasn't
smart.
Really focused on making a lot of
No, that looked
features
fun.
or a super exciting game. I wanted to learn new things and see how those things work, and I did. I learned how inputs work on different platforms.
No, that's
how to
actually a
implement
smart fucking
achievements
idea
of the
for a
game,
tower builder.
even though I would do them completely
Hollow
differently
tower,
now, they worked
smooth.
at the time. I also experimented a bit with particle system and was really surprised of just how much can it do. Speaking about surprises, I learned how to put ads in your game and wait, how much has it actually made me? Wow.
Wow, $2?
3 out of
Let's
10.
go,
Could be
baby.
worse. So far I was making only 2D games, and it was time to change that. I remembered playing Swords and Sandals as a kid and decided to make something similar in 3D. I had no experience with
Motherfucker, what is swords and sandals? Huh.
modeling, so I watched some videos of this guy and got an idea how to work with Blender fairly quick. Since I am not terrible at drawing, I sort of knew how most things should look in 3D. A way harder concept for me to grasp was different textures, materials, and shaders.
I just couldn't.
But I learned a thing or two about them and even made some of my own. When I was making a world for the game, I didn't use Unity Studio.
I don't think this guy
so I
realizes
could
how
keep a
impressive
low
this actually
quality
is.
look, which now looking back was just dumb. I had to plant each tree, rock, or grass individually, and it was a nightmare. It was also the first time I encountered low FPS in my game, so I did a lot of reading on how to optimize your games. Of course, it doesn't mean I used the stuff I learned, but hey, at least I knew how to do it.
Yeah, you're learning stuff along the process. That's the whole thing.
Inverse kinematics cinematics and made this cool thing where NPC looks at you when you get close. I also made some adjustments so the player can stand firmly on the ground. I got way better at making particle systems and visual effects.
Oh, he's shaking
and
his
of
ass.
course fell in
Throw it,
love
throw
with
it,
fast
throw it, throw it,
processing,
throw that
especially
ass in a
Bloom.
circle.
Everybody loves Bloom. So, to summarize, I learned a lot. The finished game has a shop system, changeable equipment, pretty fun fights,
That looks like a mobile game.
an epic boss battle, and a lot of other
Godzilla.
stuff. So as my first
devil.
3D game, 7 out of 10. And we move on to my last game so far. A game I made for Bracky's Game Jam. It's a short puzzle kind of game with these weird puzzles and non-Euclidean geometry. The main thing I learned here was how to work way faster, which is one of the things I struggle most with. Now, I
No.
know what you are thinking. The video is called 1 year of learning game development, but I only took you through 10 months. Well, you see, that's because I can see the future. And I can tell you that next time I will make a game using Microsoft Paint. And for the game after that,
I love that the Cody
I'm
Rhodes
gonna
clip
make
was in
a
there.
League of Legends ripoff and reach Challenger in it. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified when I'll do it. To see how I made the game you are seeing
Nah,
right
that
now,
looks
click
sick,
a video
dude.
right
That's-
here.
that's a
This
lot.
one is 9 out of 10.
That's a lot. I couldn't do it, to be clear. I was gonna when my sports medicine stuff was falling through, I was gonna get into coding, and I started looking up a bunch of coding classes, and I installed coding apps on my phone, and I learned a couple things because I did coding in high school, and I was gonna make a game, and then it was too much because I wanted to do so much other stuff rather than coding, so I never did it. So the fact to be able to do all that in 10 months, I think if you put your mind to anything in a year, you can do incredible things like this is. And I hope he keeps up, especially if he's doing it all by himself. That's amazing. Yeah, it looks a lot like popular indie games. Yeah, I think he's doing great work. Already way too complex for you. It does make you appreciate how complex everything else is. That's a lot of progress in 1 year. Wow. He went from 2.5K subs to 23,000 in the span of a month, 2 months since posting this. Hell yeah.